Okay, we're learning that the freed Navy personnel are likely to meet the Prime Minister and the External Affairs Minister around 11. They're currently, as we speak, I think at a hotel. We'll bring you more details in just a second. But they are going to be arriving there to take place, to have those meetings in just a little while from now. We'll wait for our reporters to bring us more details. Abhishek, where are these 7 personnel right now? Tell us, A, where they are, B, where they'll be meeting the Prime Minister and the External Affairs Minister and when, and if they've been reunited already with their families.
Well, Joya, we have seen Prime Minister's office has also taken interest in this case since the beginning. And of course, EM has been meeting the family members in Delhi also of these 8 Navy veterans. Now these people, 7 of them have already arrived in Delhi. They are housed in one of the hotels in Delhi, and it is expected that they will have a meeting with External Affairs Minister and Prime Minister Modi during the day sometimes. As and when it happens, we'll update you on that. But in the past, Indian government officials, diplomatic cadre, both in Delhi and in Qatar, they have been actively engaged with the family of these veterans. They were able to pursue Qatari officials that they should have some window where they can meet their family members, and they then about 6 months ago, these family members meeting with their people or their the relatives were made possible by the Indian agency. The consular access were also provided. However, these little window of relief are well past now. Now they are all free. They are back in India and they are meeting their family members. They are also going to meet Prime Minister Modi and External Affairs Minister Jaishankar during the day.
Okay, Abhishek, can I just ask you to stay with us? We'll just take our audiences to one more reaction coming in this same story. Take a look.
Well, it is a matter of great satisfaction that the diplomacy, due process of law, and great regard for the bilateral relationship, which is really a strategic partnership in terms of energy security, diaspora security between India and Qatar. And I'm very happy that all these have prevailed and the Indian Navy personnel have returned home, many of them, and that this is a saga which is in the past now. For this, of course, apart from the continued pursuit of diplomacy, the legal process, the tremendous goodwill between the two countries, and above all, the great friendship and partnership between His Majesty the Emir of Qatar and Honorable Prime Minister Modi, which have played a key role after the direct intervention of Prime Minister Modi. Of course,
Okay, let's go back to our colleague Abhishek to understand more. Abhishek, can I ask you to tell our audiences the timeline over here? We know that these 8 men were arrested in August 2022, and we know that it was only months after that, in March 2023, that their trial under Qatari law actually started. And as far as I believe, just a few days after that, in May, the organization that they worked for, Dhara Global, that closed its operations entirely in Doha. Can you tell our audiences more about a timeline here? What's taken place since then? What led to today?
Well, after they were arrested in the month of August in 2022, and after a few months of investigation, this company was asked to close down. All the 75 employees were given severance packages and their services were terminated. There is a report in Qatar that says that this company, Al Dhara, was having most of the people who had a former experience in Navy operations, and they were working on some submarine project that were trying to create a miniature version of Italian submarine with concealment features, and apparently some information leaked out to the adverse countries, which didn't go down well with the Qatari authorities, and the apparent in a way, these people were apprehended, detained, and then arrested. The cases were framed against them. We saw the kind of harshest punishment they were awarded. And the timeline also says that after on 26th of October last year, they were awarded death sentence. On 20th, Court of Appeal hearing started November, and on 23 there was a hearing. On 1st of December, that was the pivotal moment when we saw Prime Minister Modi having a small engagement with Qatar's Emir on the sidelines of COP28 in UAE, and there was this speculation that the both had a small brief meeting where they did talk about this Navy veteran issue. No official confirmation either from India or the Qatari side came on the issue, but we knew that official sources started telling us that there is some positive momentum that is building up, and we can see some positive and good news coming in the week's time. And it has been almost about 2 months since Prime Minister Modi had a meeting with Qatar's official. Very soon, within 48 hours, we saw after Prime Minister Modi's meeting with Qatar's Amir, they got consular access also on 3rd of December, and they were waiting for their appeal to be heard at the higher judiciary in Qatar. But now, no more legal hassle. These people have been freed. Qatar's government has given them pardon, and they are back in India. And on 28th of February, this is how the entire case has been in the last 18 months. Initial 6 months were very tough for them because they were not allowed to meet family members. They didn't have much of consular access, and they were put in solitary confinement. So that harassment, that trauma was way too much to bear, and then Indian government did put in some effort, and they were allowed some normal life within the premises of jail. They were allowed to have family members meeting also, and that was some kind of relief that they got initially, and later on we finally see them all getting freed and now joined by their family members back in home also.
Okay, Abhishek, thank you for bringing us so much context on this story. Abhishek has joined us since early this morning with these developments. Right now, we're going to bring you what the Union Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia had to say in response. Take a look.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक बार नहीं लेकिन बारंबार दिखाया है कि उनके कार्यकाल में वे केवल प्रधानमंत्री नहीं हैं, वे प्रधान सेवक हैं। केवल देश के अंदर 140 करोड़ भारतीयों के प्रति नहीं, लेकिन देश के बाहर 25 करोड़ भारतीय के प्रति भी, या 2.5 करोड़ भारतीय के प्रति भी, जो 110 देशों में अपना जीवन यापन कर रहे हैं।